Welcome to a section 2 video. This is going to follow your section 1 warm up on your footwork. You'll find that on my channel. Alright, are we ready? We're going to put our springs on one yellow spring. That's the lightest spring there is. Okay? And then we're going to step in carefully to the well because it's getting really easy to trip over these cords. So step into the well. Okay, we're in. So I'm going to hook my foot around this shoulder block. Okay, and then the standing leg, I'm going to sink down and bend this knee until this leg feels like it's working. I'm going to draw my abdominals up and in. Always feels like your ribs are going to be closed and not open. Everything is tight. We're going to bring that carriage in and then slowly release it out. We're going to feel a little activation in the inner thigh. And we're going to layer onto this. So we're going to bring our arms up like we're protecting ourselves. We're going to rotate down to that shoulder block or foot. Lower down and rotate. Good. We're going to keep that going. Rotate down and back to upright. Working everything together. We can exhale as we rotate down and bring it back up. Keep going. 2 more. Last one. And let it go to the stopper. Now we're just going to stretch out what we just did by sitting down into it. You'll feel that lengthening through your inner thigh. Just hold for 4, 3, 2, and we release. Let's do the other side. Alright, so we're going to find that foot hooked around that shoulder block. Sit into that semi-squat until your leg is working hard. Bring that carriage in. So you may have to self-adjust with the leg that's on the floor. How far away? If I was further back toward the wall, that means I would be working a little bit harder because I'd have to pull the springs more. Let's go ahead and get that rotation. Down and back up. Rotate down and back up. Good. 5 and 4 and 3. Hope you're feeling that. 2 and last 1. And back to the stopper. Let's just go ahead and sink down into that standing leg until we feel that inner thigh stretch on the leg that's on the carriage. And bring it up. Alright, we're going to go ahead and step out right here. So I'm going to get on this side to show better. Just do this. We're going to do both sides. I was going to do this one first. So I'm still in that yellow spring, and I'm holding the hand loop. Could be done with the longer loop, it doesn't matter. Alright, so I'm facing my foot bar, and the leg that's next to the reformer is my right leg, and it's going to go back. My front leg is going to be about even with these shoulder blocks. I'm bracing up through my abs. I'm pressing. And as I press, it's about along the line of the frame or rail of this reformer. If you're hitting your stopper like that, you may want to scoot just a step forward. Good. Press it out. Good. 4, 3, 2, last 1. Carefully hit the stopper. Now both hands are going to hold that same strap. Interlock the finger. Lower those arms down. So we're going to go golfing. So we're just going to slap into those knees, feet hip width apart. We're going to swing that golf club slowly up. And then return it. Up. Yes. We can feel those abdominals working. All those stabilizers are kicking in. 2 more. Good. 1 more. And good. So we're going to put this back on the peg. We'll switch sides. So I'm taking that smaller loop. Alright. So my leg closest to the reformer is the back one. My front leg is even with the shoulder blocks. Maybe a little ahead of it. I'm bracing. And then I do my press. Knuckles toward the foot bar. pressing it out. Good. Just working that arm and shoulder. But we're also working our core, and that's what Pilates is about. Working our core. You have mobilizers and stabilizers. Mobilizing through our shoulder and arm, and stabilizing through the core simultaneously. 2 more. Last one. Perfect. Then we'll go golfing. So I'm lining myself up with these shoulder blocks. Arms are down. Now you can't see me, but we're going to go out and in. So it's controlled. Self-adjust. Always keep your knees soft. Keeps on working those legs. Good. 3 more. 3 and 2 and 1. Nice. Okay, we're hanging this on the peg. Now we want to change our springs. We're going to a red, blue. This is a balanced body reformer. So one's medium, one's hard. We're going to work our glute on one side. So we're getting a scooter position. One knee is on the carriage, one's on the floor. Your foot's against the shoulder block. We're going to hold the foot bar though, because we got 2 springs. This is a power push. So I've got my knee soft on the standing leg. Let's go for 12. So drive it back. 1 and 2. Fully lengthen in that leg. 3, 4, 5. Working that glute. You can really feel it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in and we switch. So you scooch over or walk around. Getting prepared. And we're ready. Here we go. Press it back. 1. Fully lengthen. I want you to feel your glute engage. 3, 4, 5, 6. Halfway there. 5. And it's 4, 3, 2. Last 1. Bring it in. So we're going to stretch. We're going to put a heel on top. Sit back into it. Feel that stretch running up the back of your leg into your glute. Switching. Stretching all the way through. So our next prop, we're going to need a prop. That's your box. So let's get that box. And I'm going to start on this side so you can see me better. And I'm going to put it on the floor. This box, you may be able to see the reflection. I've got it directly next to the reformer and it's lined up with the carriage. Our springs are going to be 1 red or 1 blue. I'm going to do a blue. Blue is medium. If you do a few reps and it's too easy, switch to your red. Alright, so what we're going to do, first off, our first one, is we're going to need the strap. And we're going to stand on our box. Alright, we're going to do a standing row. Either strap, short or long, will work. So I'm going to start in that downhill skier with knees bent. I'm going to square off my shoulders, hand on the hip, and I'm going to row. Good. So before with the yellow spring we were pushing, and now we are pulling. We're getting the opposite muscle group. Good. Try not to hit that stopper too much. Good. 4, 3, 2, getting that lat work. Nice. Okay, hang up that loop. And our next one is like a backwards speed skater. So if you're familiar with doing Pilates on the reformer, you might know speed skater where you're standing here. I'm going to turn my back to the reformer. Make sure you have enough box for the standing foot, and the active leg is going to be against that shoulder block. I'm going to sink down into the standing leg, bend this knee, and push out and in. Good. I can just hear everybody changing their spring to red right now. It's like, that's not enough. That's okay. We're stabilizing. It's Pilates. You can't always work strength. But if you want to, Change it to the red. Good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Carefully step to the box and then to the floor. Next, we'll go to all fours on this box. So my knees on the back corners, my hands on the front corners. Good. So again, if you wanted a harder push when we do this, connecting the hand to the shoulder block and pressing out. Good. That's not all we're doing. Just get a few reps before we layer. Getting everything squared off with our body. Alright, so as we push out, we can take this opposite leg and extend. Whoa, look at that. And bring it in. Press it out. And we're trying to maintain our form, and that's part of the challenge. Is pressing it out and lengthening while you're balancing it on one hand and one knee. 4, 3, 2, last one. Okay, doing a quarter turn where I'm facing the reformer, still kneeling. I'm placing my forearm up against these shoulder blocks and resting my weight on it. Then I've got my hand here for a kickstand. So you have your knees together. We're going to drop out to the side into a side plank. And then the spring pulls you back in. We try to resist it using too much. So you want to hang out there for a second or so. Let those muscles work. And then come back in. So for extra points, you can take that leg out. And then bring it back in. Let's do 4 more. 4. And in. 3. And in. And 2 more. And 1 more. That's it. Alright, let's just stay here and sit back into child pose. Stretch. Perfect. Alright, we're going to change our box to the other side. So now we can work this side. So I've got my box lined up just like that. And we do our standing row, so I need my strap. I'm standing on the box. Good. I'm bending my knees, bracing everything in, contract and hold, row, and reach. Good. Row and reach. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That was working our back muscles on that side that we rode on. Okay, so we were a backwards speed skater. So I've got connecting one foot to the shoulder block. Let me bend down into my standing leg and press it out. Good. A lot of work here. I can really feel this leg. I can feel all the core stabilization. I'm standing up on a box. I'm moving a carriage with my leg. A lot going on, multitasking. We're strengthening the outer thigh and hip. 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4, 3, 2, made it. Carefully bring it in. So we're stepping to the floor for all fours on the box. Okay, connecting that hand to the shoulder block. Let's get about 5 by itself. 5. And on the next one, we add a opposite leg extending. Lift, return. Really feel the work kick in the abdominals. Five, 4, 3, 2, got it. Carefully come in, rotate to the reformer. Our forearm goes up against the shoulder blocks. Our other hand is flat in the middle for a kickstand. Knees together. Let's drop that hip as we press it out. And resist it back up. Let's do 2 more. 1 more without the side leg raise. I know you almost forgot about that part. Okay, so you can continue just like this, or you can add that extra layer with leg lifting and bringing it in. Lifting. 4. 2, 3 more. 3, 2, and last one. Bring it in. And we're going to sit back into our child pose and stretch. Okay, we're going to crawl up on our reformer. And we're going to do our abdominal tuck. So our knees go against the shoulder blocks and my hands are on the rails. Notice my shoulders are over my wrists. My hips are over my knees. Now all of this is going to be in my abdominals. I'm still on the blue spring. Some people like red for a little harder experience. I'm going to use my abdominal muscles to move this carriage. It doesn't have to move all day. Good. Up to contract your abs and move it in. So I can only move it like 10 inches. Make sure you don't run over your hands. Contract, exhale. Release. Contract. Release. Good. 4. 3. 2. This is kind of like reverse curls. The same muscles that it hits. Let's get our obliques. So I'm going to walk one hand over to this hand. Now both hands are on one rail. I'm going to try to do 5. And that's going to hit the obliques a little bit. You may want to turn your legs so you're sideways. That's up to you. You could go straight as well. So we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, and got it. We put both hands on the other side. So first I square myself off, find that hand position, then place the other hand in front of it. Let's go for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Walk back to the stopper. Oh, child pose, stretch. Perfect. You're going to bring it off. Okay, we're going to take this box and put it on here for a short box. So we're going to put this right up here. We need our Pilates circle. And I'm still on the blue. This one also could be performed on red. So I'm going to sit on my box. I'm going to take my strap. And I'm going to hold the smaller loop. Whoops. It happens. Okay. So I'm holding my shorter loop. But I'm facing the foot bar. Now, this is going to turn me sideways. I'm going to connect my Pilates ring on the curve right onto the strap. Okay? So I'm starting in the turn position. Now I'm going to bring it to the front. I'm going to rotate here and then chest press. So let's go. Press. Return with bent elbows. Turn with bent elbows. And that's 1. Turn front, bent elbows, then straighten. And then bring it in and rotate. Rotate. Press. Return and turn. Rotate. Press. Bring it to the chest. Good. I love this one. Press it out. Really feel the abdominals. Good. Let's do 4 and 3 and 2 and last 1. Okay, let's hang up that loop. See if I can keep my hands on it this time. Ta-da! Okay, let's get the other one. Smaller loop. Holding the loop. We got our curve placed on it. I'm turned in the turn position. I come around to the front, then I straighten my arms, bend the elbows, and return. Good. So I see some students, I'll have to walk around going, push, push, because they won't push their arms. They just think they're supposed to turn. No, you're supposed to turn. It's like a maternity ward. We're walking around asking, push. Good. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Whew. Okay, we're going to hang that up. I think my microphone on too loud or something. Alright. Alright, let's do a plank. So I'm going to actually change it to red for this one. And before we do that plank, we'll be in the position for that plank, but we're going to be right here, kneeling on what's left of the carriage. I'm going to reach over and grab both of my straps. Okay. And then I'm going to kind of pull myself out. You have to use a lot of core stability here. And I'm going to kind of hold where right before it gets to the metal. Alright, everything zips up and in. We're going to need it. Don't fall over your box. We're going to take it back, chest expansion. Good. Press it back. So we're working the back of the body, working our core to stabilize so we don't fall over. Good. 4, 3, 2, and now we need to hold the little hand straps. Alright, so one is going to bicep curl, one's going to go back. And then we're going to switch. Okay. So you can't do 2 bicep curls at once, or you will find out what happens when you fall in the box. So just a lot of core training here. One goes back, one curls in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and carefully go back. We're going to hang up these loops right into our plank. So you can either choose to plank on your hands or your forearms. Because the boxes here, forearms are perfect. I'm going to curl my toes up on the wooden platform behind me. Inhale, prepare. We're going to hover those knees off. Then press the carriage out. We're looking for a straight line from shoulder to ankle. Good. Make sure you do not hold your breath. Keep breathing. These are a lot easier to teach than they are to do and teach. This is quite a challenge. So it's 4, 3, 2, and bring it in. Woo! Alright, we're going to do one more. Now at that time I'm going to demonstrate how we could saw it forward and back. If sawing doesn't work for you, just keep it a regular plank. Inhale, prepare. Hover those knees up and exhale, press out. Now the sawing I was talking about goes out, in, out, and in. 4, 3, 2, last one, come in. Awesome. Whew. Alright, one more thing before we're done with this section. I'm going to have fun with this box. I'm going to lower my foot bar all the way, and then I'm going to bring the box on top of the foot bar. It rests on the edge. Make sure it's even. And I'm still on that red spring. Okay, now I'm going to go the opposite way. My feet connect to each shoulder block. I'm going to put my forearms on the box. Don't collapse down. It's not your pillow. We're bringing it up here. Alright, I'm just going to use the upper body to press out. Notice my lower body's not doing anything. So we want to isolate each part before we bring it together. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now just the lower half. Take the lower half to take the carriage out. Connect into your abdominals. As that carriage goes out, you're going to draw those muscles of your abdominals up and in. Good, one more. If you've ever seen people use that wheel in the gym where they wheel way out, this is kind of like hits those muscles. We're going to use upper and lower to take it all the way out and then back in. I'll walk my hands back a little bit. Take it out and then back in. Hang out down there just a little bit and then come back in. Exhale. I always tell my students, look into the well and see your future. Ah. Good, two more. And last one. Perfect. We're bringing in one last challenge. I'm sure at one point you've ever exercised, you've done a bird dog, which is opposite arm and leg in this all fours position. So we're going to start by extending one arm straight out from the shoulder, and then we're going to balance and extend the opposite leg. Now I want you to move the carriage by pushing your elbow that's still on the box. A self-challenge. Bring it in. Now just move the carriage with the knee. I can't believe I'm doing this on camera. And good. Bring it in. Let's switch. How did you do? Start with the arm extended, then the opposite leg. Move the carriage using the arm pressing against the box. Bring it to the stopper and then just move it with the knee on the carriage. Quite a challenge. Alright, one more. Awesome. Alright, bring it in. And we'll just sit back into that child pose. The carriage can move out and we'll just stretch. Alright, so at this point, you can finish with that section 3 video. I've got one up. It's feet and straps and amazing stretches on the reformer. Alright, have a wonderful day and a great rest of your workout.